Hey, my name is Thomas. I'm with Pitmaster Essentials. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be firing up the Hasty Bake Legacy, and I got a new attachment, and my attachment is for hanging ribs. So I'm going to be hanging ribs for the first time today. So I have a couple racks of St. Louis ribs here, and I'm actually going to do these Texas style. So I normally use a sweeter rub. However, with this one, I'm going to be using Lawry's seasoned salt. I'm going to use this one because this is a lower sugar content, because I guess whenever you hang ribs, you don't want to use a rub that has a high sugar content. In addition to that, I'm just going to be using a little bit of pepper. So give me just a few minutes. I'll bring you in here a little bit closer and we'll get started. Okay, so these are my 2 racks of St. Louis ribs. So as far as trimming goes on these, there's not really a whole lot to trim. I mean, you can take off some excess fat here if you want. I might take off a little bit of that. But pretty much what we're going to do, we're just going to square it up. And then anything hanging like this, I'm going to take that off. Usually you have a thinner side and a thicker side. And this right here is pretty thin. There's not a whole lot there. So what I'm going to do is just square that up a little bit. Kind of like that. Just go right next to the bone. Got a corner hanging off here. You want to square up your corner. Okay, this one here does have quite a little bit of fat right here. So I think I am going to shave this down a little bit. So you just hold your rib up and have it bend a little bit, and then just shave off that little bit of fat, because I don't know. A lot of that will probably render down, but I don't know if all of it will. So we'll just take that off. Okay, so that one looks good. All right, so this rib here, this is a lot of extra meat right here, which is good. However, a lot of that will probably burn up in the cook, so I'm just going to find my bone. So right here is my bone. I'm just going to square that up about like that. So we got a little bit of fat right here. I thought about leaving that as well, but I think I'm going to take that off because that might not make for a very appetizing bite if it doesn't all render down. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, so the top side looks pretty good. Now we're going to flip them over. All right, this flap right here, take this guy off. Same way with this guy here. And you can leave these on here if you want. I know a lot of Pitmasters do. Actually, I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to add it over here. This is going to be a Pitmaster treat for me, about halfway through the cook. Okay, so normally what I would do is I would remove the membranes off the back of these ribs. However, since I'm hanging these, I'm actually going to leave the membrane on and then just score it. So just kind of score it like this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some Worcestershire sauce as a binder. I normally don't use binders, but I've used them on the past few cooks and I see why people use them now, because they're quite nice. So I'm not going to use a ton, just a little bit. And all the binder does is just basically creates a wet surface, so that way the rub will adhere better. Okay, so I think I'm going to put the pepper on first. Next, we're going to use Lawry's, and we want these to be savory, so I'm not going to use a ton of Lawry's on here, just a little bit. And as you've heard me say from my past videos, you want to press your rub into the meat. You don't want to rub your rub. Repeat the same process on the presentation side. A little bit of W sauce. A little bit of pepper. Some Lawry's. Again, I'm not using a ton of rub because I want these to be savory ribs. And then again, Press your rub into the meat. Okay, so now we have our ribs dusted. So now it's time to insert the hooks. So I'm going to come down a couple bones. So there's a bone, there's my second bone. I'm just going to insert that hook in between the second and third bone, just like that. So the way my rib should hang about like that. And I'm putting the hook in the thinner side because I want the thicker side to be closer to the coals. Okay, so we're going to go with the second bone down. So there's the first bone, second bone. And we're going to go right in the middle between the second and third bone. Just like that. So that way our rib's going to hang like this. And I am having the thinner side towards the top, and the thicker side of the rib is going to be closer to the coals. Okay, so we're going to let these rest for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then I will meet you out at the pit. Okay folks, welcome to the backyard. This is a gorgeous day. We are at the first part of May and it is beautiful out here. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, it's about 60 degrees and a perfect day to smoke some ribs. So as you can see, the Hasty Bake's coming up to temp. Looks like it's about 275, 280. I'm gonna cook these a little hotter and a little faster, about 275 to 300, because I'm hoping to have them done by lunchtime. I forgot to mention earlier that I'm using B&B lump charcoal, and I also have 3 or 4 chunks of hickory wood in there. So I am so excited right now to try hanging some ribs for the first time. So let me bring you in here a little bit closer and we'll get these guys cooking. So the Hasty Bake is a little shallow, so I'm actually going to be cooking these indirect. All right, rib number 2 going on the hanger. Just like that. Okay, so we're going to give these ribs about an hour or so I'll bring you back at that point and we will check and see how they're coming along. Okay folks, so I want to show you my setup here. So we're right at 200 and looks like 85 degrees on the hood. Intake vent is wide open. Exhaust vents are wide open. And I have my firebox in the smoke position. So I wanted to show you on the inside here. Okay folks, so this is my setup. So as you can see on the direct side over here, this is where my coals are, and then I have the ribs hanging on this side. The reason I put indirect, because if I would put it direct, then the ribs would actually be on top of the coals. And actually you can see the one rib over there is a little long and he's actually touching the firebox right now. So we're going to close this up and then I'll see you back here in about another hour. Okay folks, it's been about an hour and 20 minutes. I got busy doing some other things. As you can see, the hood temp there looks like it's about 260, 265. So let's see how they're coming along. Okay, so I moved that grate out of the way so you can see. As you can see, we got quite a bit of shrinkage, which is good. Got some pull back on the bone. So let's do a temp check here. I don't know if I'll be able to get this on camera or not. Nope, not going to be able to get it on camera. Oh, wait a second. Here we go. Let's go like that, maybe. All right, looks like our internal temp is about 169, 170. And this guy here. I can't tell what he is. Looks like about 174 as I move there. Okay folks, so as you can see, these guys have cooked much faster than I had anticipated, so they are definitely ready to wrap. Also, they smell fantastic, so I cannot wait to get into these. And it looks like they're going to be ready in time for lunch. So give me a few minutes and I will meet you in the kitchen. Okay, so welcome back to the kitchen. So with this one, since we're going savory, I'm only going to add butter to the wrap. All right, folks, look at that. Just absolutely gorgeous. Got some pull back on the bone. They smell fantastic. All right, so I'm going to put meat side down, and I'm going to use a half a stick of butter on each one of these. I'm going to put the butter on the back here. So that's it. Most of the time I put other things in here, but for this one, this is all we're doing. And I have 2 pieces of aluminum foil here, so you always want to wrap your ribs in 2 pieces of aluminum foil. Here's our second rib. You see the juice just running off of here. I mean, just so good. I can't wait to get into these. So again, meat side down. Got plenty of pullback on the bone. Okay, there's our half a stick of butter. Okay folks, so I wanted to bring you back up here. So after an hour and 20 minutes, we have our ribs ready to wrap, and they're now wrapped. So I'm going to put them back on the pit, and I'm going to give them probably another hour or so, and hopefully they'll be ready at that point to rest. So I'll bring you back here in about an hour, and we'll see how they're coming along. Okay folks, and welcome back to the pit. So it's been about an hour and 15 minutes since we wrapped, and as you can see, looks like we're about 275, 280 degrees on the hood. Let's grab one of these and see how they're coming along. Oh, I can tell you, they smell phenomenal. All right, let's get a temp check on them. They look like they're done. I got quite a bit of pullback on the bone here. All right, so our internal temp's about 202, 204. 204, 205, so yep, I'm going to say that one is done. But more importantly, I'm going to probe it, see how it's probing. Oh yeah, probing like butter. So that guy is definitely done. So let's take a look at the other one. Oh yeah, look at that. Quite a bit of pullback on the bone there. You can get a little bone popping through. I can tell that these guys are done. An internal temp on him. Yeah, he's 204, 205, 206. Probing. Oh yeah, it's probing like butter, like no resistance. Okay, so these guys are done, so I'm going to wrap them back up, and then I will let them rest for about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, and I will meet you in the kitchen. All right, folks, welcome back to the kitchen. So the ribs have been resting for about 15 minutes, and let me tell you what, I am so excited to get into these. I can't believe it took like 2.5 hours and they're done. So let's take a look at them and see how we did. I'll tell you, they smell fantastic. Got a little smoke on them. Now look at that. They're just dripping with juice. Oh my gosh. These are going to be so good. So this looks like my piece right here. Now that looks amazing. Got some smoke on there, nice smoke ring, beautiful mahogany color. Like I said, I'm just going for savory on this, so I don't have anything but the Lawry seasoned salt and a little bit of pepper. So let's see how we did. Now that is phenomenal. Oh my gosh, that is so tender. As you can see, got a nice perfect bite on it right there. It's just very good. I've never had ribs like this without having a whole bunch of different layers on it, so definitely give this a try. So, with all that being said, let me know in the comments below, have you cooked ribs hanging them before? Also, if you have any tips or tricks, be sure to leave those down in the comments below. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please let me know in the comments as well. So with all that being said, thank you for watching the video this far. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, Pitmaster Essentials is where flavor meets smoke. And I'll see you in the next one.